At this time, let's welcome to the stage, open up this big old can of worms, this good old boy, Mr. Bobby Wayne Stocks, y'all.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight? All right. Lackluster. I can dig it. That's a better opening here for it. Let's try that one more again. How y'all feeling tonight? Excellent! Much more better, man. I'm gonna need you guys to have all the energy tonight. I'm still hungover from last night. I got so drunk last night, I drew a dick on my own face. All right, a few of y'all laughed at that. The rest of y'all didn't, and that means your friends ain't assholes like those of us that laughed. Right, those of us that laughed, we already know you can't get drunk and get a good night's sleep. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me lay it on you right now, guys. All right, especially since you're partying in Vegas. If you get drunk and pass out with your shoes on, you are fair game, Jack. #1 house rule right there. My friends know I'm too damn fat to climb a ladder. They threw my shoes on the roof last time I got drunk. Now I draw a dick on my own face. Call it a night. Looks like a penis jumped out of a high-rise during the Great Depression. Cool, not a lot of history fans out there. These next 10 minutes are going to be rough on y'all because they're all about the War of 1812, so buckle up. The other day I posted a picture of a baby with a wiener drawn on his face to Facebook. That's alright, they want to hear about it too, it's okay. Oh, look, somebody was trying to buy cocaine before the show. It's either cocaine or dick, man. What are you trying to purchase right now? Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to ruin your threesome. Sorry, guys. 70 minutes, that's all you gotta wait. All right, fuck that last joke, apparently. I feel like a lot of y'all are staring at me trying to figure out what the hell your mechanic's doing here right now. I definitely got that vibe when I walked up on stage. As soon as I walked up here, y'all got uncomfortable. Y'all were like, man, it's always something in Vegas. I thought it was going to be a timeshare presentation. Nope. Manager of Firestone, right there. I want to be mad, honey, but we need some new tires on the ride. Let's hear it now. I get what I look like, guys. Like, this is a face that will bring an orgy to a screeching halt. I know because I speak from experience. I went to a swingers club last weekend. As soon as I walked through the door, they were like, what the fuck is maintenance doing here? Did the AC go out? You know what, let's just wrap this up, try it again next week. I've had this beard going on a better part of 13 years, y'all. Thought about shaving it the other day, really did. Gave it a lot of consideration. Then I watched the TV show Roseanne and realized if I shaved my beard, I could play Dan or Roseanne, so no. I think I'll be keeping the beard. I don't know if y'all can tell by my accent, but I ain't from around here. I'm from a little state called Mississippi. That's the appropriate amount of applause for Mississippi. The rest of y'all were like, hell no, I've seen Roots, I ain't clapping for that place. I get it, I'm with you, I left there. Gonna be real honest with you guys. Growing up in the South, we love stereotypes, and we made fun of them all the time. Thought they were hilarious. Right, then I moved out of the South, and guess what, y'all? Your boy here's a stereotype. I get made fun of all the time. People think that shit's hilarious. You guys, anybody out here know any stereotypes about Southern people? Feel free to yell one out right now. All right, you guys are polite as hell. I like it. We have manners, Bob. What about you, sir? Do you know any stereotypes about Southern folks? No?
They like their cousins.
They like their cousins. Right. I get that one all the time. As soon as people find out I'm from Mississippi, they're like, what, you're from down there? You're probably into incest. I bet you fuck your sister. Right? And I'm like, no. We fuck cousins and strangers. We make love to our sisters. A whole different thing when there's feelings involved. Like what Daddy said, if she ain't good enough for her own family, who's she good enough for? I like how each part of that joke, less and less of y'all laugh. Like, I ain't on board with this, Bob, not at all. I told that joke in Idaho one time, had a lady get mad at me. She snapped her finger. You need to talk about something else. Right? And I was like, ooh, somebody's daddy didn't think she was attractive. So why'd y'all try to back out on the rest of that joke? Don't do that to yourself. Get in, put the restraint on, let's enjoy this roller coaster ride. Another one I got to deal with, just because I got this beard and this accent, I can't listen to banjo music in my car without one of y'all thinking I want to rape you next to a river. Right, how unfair is this? Just because Ned Beatty couldn't fight some dude off in a movie 30 years ago, I can't listen to Earl Scruggs in my Chevy. It's bullshit. I know it's a weird place to take a stand, but I'm doing it. Another ignorant one I get hurled at me all the time as soon as people find out where I'm from. They're like, oh, you're from Mississippi? Well, you're probably a racist. I bet you were a Klan member. Right? And I'm like, no. I was a bedwetter. They won't let you in when you got pee stains on your sheets. I tried to. I was like, come on, guys, this is 400 dread count. But they don't have any class. They didn't give a shit. I think I pissed them off when I told them they were Egyptian cotton. All right, good. A few of y'all got that joke. The rest of y'all are mad that I ain't buying local. Come on, guys, get it together. Now, moving out of the South, I found out that certain things don't translate, right? Like manners. Manners damn sure don't translate when you move out of the South. Because like somewhere in 2010, I moved from the South out to here. And it's hot as hell, y'all. And I'm walking into the casino one day, and as I am, I see the reflection of this little old lady walking in behind me at the glass door, so I did the right thing. I opened the door and said, there you go, ma'am. She stopped dead in her tracks and goes, what'd you just call me? Ma'am? She goes, that's disrespectful. You basically just called me old. And I'm like, no, that's a sign of courtesy. That's a sign of respect. She goes, well, ma'am is one letter off from madam. You pretty much just called me a whore. And I was like, well, look here, you old whore. It's 115 fucking degrees out here. How about you scurry on into the casino? Because we're both melting and you're going a little faster than I am. We have any adventurous souls in the audience? Clap your hands if you're adventurous. All right, a few of y'all. The rest of y'all are some sissies. That's good to see. What about you, sir? What makes you adventurous?
I like snowboarding.
You like snowboarding?
Yeah.
All right, you're a braver soul than I am. I don't want to go to the top of a mountain, much less get pushed off that son of a bitch. All right. Has anybody been up top for the roller coasters yet on top of the tower? All right, if you have? Which one did you ride?
Shoot.
The chute?
The one that shoots you straight up in the air.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad you came back down, sir. They get you up there, they're like, how much money you got left? Like, you're having it all. Some of those rides are terrifying. If you don't know what's going on up there, let me explain it to you. That's an 855-foot tall tower that sways when the wind blows. And some asshole got a permit to put an amusement park up there. They got some scary rides up there, guys. They got that one ride where they hook the string to you and push you off the side. Fuck that, I asked them too, they tried to sell me on it. I was like, how much it cost? They said $120. I was like, fuck y'all, the parking garage is free. Then they got that one ride that hangs you out over the side. Y'all seen that shit? Right? That ain't even the scariest part of the ride, is it? It's seeing the neighborhood you'd land in if you fell out of that thing. As soon as they get you out over the side, you're like, ah, put me back. I'll be a John Doe before the ambulance gets here. I don't know about this. About a year ago, I took on one of the toughest jobs known to mankind. I became a stay-at-home mom to a 2-year-old boy. Gets way more applause when a woman says it. I'm getting to think you guys ain't all about equality out there. Either that or you just assume my gender, neither of which is okay. I get it, a lot of y'all are looking at me like, ain't no way in hell, boy, you're selling weed out of your garage. I know what you're I know, I can feel it too, because like a lot of the men in here are looking at me like, man, you are way too able-bodied to be sitting at home with a child every day. I hear you. But look at me. I'm sweating standing still. I am an ocean nightmare. You don't want me in your place of business. I am a walking hazard. One day in your business, you're going to have to erase that sign, that whole day since last accident occurred sign, put a big old fat goose egg right there. Because somebody slipped in my sweat. I'm very fortunate to have that gig, man. I get to hang out with my son all day long. I get to teach him things. We work on things in the garage. It's a very cool life. The only downside to it is that while he's inside playing with his toys, I end up watching too much television. Right? I get sucked into the old dummy box. And I find myself watching TV shows that make me feel better about the way my life's going. Right? Like, I'm new to this whole stay-at-home mom thing, yo. And so that means the house is a mess. And I'm trying like hell to get it together. I really am. And it ain't exactly happening. And I'm beating myself up about it pretty bad the other day as I'm flipping through the TV channels until I stumbled across a TV show called Hoarders. And immediately feel better about everything I got going on. Right? Because the state has never knocked on my door with an army of men holding shovels. You know what I mean? I've never been tidying up and found a dead cat. I think I'm doing pretty good at this. And I make sure to keep it on the television for my old lady to come home from work. Right? Because inevitably she's going to come through the door all pissed off. This place is a fucking mess. I just point at the television like, bitch, you need some perspective in your life. Think you realize how good you got it right now? How about you step over all them cereal boxes and give me something to drink? Another show I love to watch, because I got a little bit of a drug problem. It's a TV show called Intervention. And if you don't know what the TV show Intervention is all about, let me set this up for you real quick. TV show Intervention is a show where one person decides another is having entirely too much fun. So they decide to round up 4 or 5 of their other boring ass friends and put this to a stop. And I watch this show because I feel like I got a little bit of a drug problem. Y'all, last week I spent $130 on weed. Was like, man, I gotta get my shit together. But then I watched Intervention and one guy was like, I suck dick for vodka. I was like, man, I got my shit together. Hell, I just found out I can save $130. I've been doing addiction all wrong, apparently. Some of y'all don't agree with the price I put on this mouth, but whatever. Guys, I'm going to say something. I don't think all y'all are going to be on board with it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think it's time that we shut down the internet. Okay? That's about the response I expected to get. The rest of y'all are like, no, please don't take away my digital pornography. Right? No one wants to go back to analog porn. This was the cave days, wasn't it? You guys remember the dark ages? Whack, 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 flip. Whack, 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 flip. Whack, 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 flip. An article? I'm not even horny anymore. It's stupid. There's a number of reasons I think we need to shut down the internet, but most importantly, it boils down to a couple things. All right? One of them being, like, I'm all for making fun of one another, guys. I think it's fun to insult one another as long as it's done with class, dignity, sense of humor, and it's got to make sense. But we've reached a point with the internet where shit don't make any sense anymore. Like, I got some insults hurled at me the other day that were nonsensical as hell. And let me tell you why I got them. I jumped on Twitter the other day and decided to make fun of the president. And before you hurl your rotten produce at me, hear me out. I'm a political atheist. I don't give a shit about either side of this argument. The whole thing is corrupt, and until the whole thing burns to the ground and we start anew, none of it means shit to me. I'm going to make fun of whichever asshole gets the job. And I did just that. And immediately got hate mail that didn't make any sense. The very first piece of hate mail I got was a person telling me that I needed to go back to Africa. Am I not in the right life for some of y'all? I had to redirect my man to my profile picture and be like, sir, my people come from the Caucasus Mountains. I don't think you know what you're talking about. The next insult was equally as stupid. The next person told me that I needed to move out of my mom's basement and leave the trailer park. The people that are laughing, they spent many a nights wondering if that shit was going to fall off cinder blocks. That's why. The rest of y'all had fancy homes with foundations under them. Let me explain something to you. There's a few logistical issues with this dream scenario. First two things getting in the way of this dream basement, cinder blocks and axles. Next problem in the stream basement, ain't no way in hell is anybody putting a $30,000 basement under a $20,000 single wide. It just ain't happening. Not gonna work.
I demoed one.
Another reason I think we need to get rid of the internet is it's turned everybody into experts on some shit they ain't got no experience in. Right? Everyone's a political analyst, everyone's an armchair quarterback, everyone's got all kinds of experience. And I'm like, you ain't done shit. Why do you have an opinion on this? Like, let me give you a for instance, all right? Not too long ago, something popped up on my Facebook feed to where all my friends had to let me know they were one of two things. They were either a perfect parent or an expert gorilla handler. Cool, a few of y'all know what I'm talking about. The rest of y'all let me refresh your memory. A young lady in Cincinnati took her 4 kids to the zoo. One of them fell in the gorilla pit. Whole internet got mad at her. You shouldn't have 4 kids if you're gonna lose one of them. If you're gonna lose one of them, you shouldn't have 4 kids. Anybody with 4 kids is totally okay with losing one for a little while. Right? That's a 30-minute break from somebody asking for cotton candy. That's a vacation. It should be respected as such. But the whole internet thought they had the answer, right? Ooh, you should have tranquilized the gorilla. No, you should have shot the gorilla. No, you should have shot the parents. No, you should have shot the baby. No one had to... Okay, maybe I was the only person making that last suggestion. No one's got the right answer, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what's your name here on the end button?
Tim.
Tim. Pleasure to meet you, Tim. How many kids do you have?
2.
2. Learned your lesson quick. Way to do it. Like, these 2 are shitheads. I'm pulling out from here on out. You tricking me again. All right, Tim. Let's say you're at the zoo and one of your 2 little precious babies falls in the gorilla pit. What do you do?
No.
Get a beer? Anybody else see that shit? Honey, if we back away quiet enough, they won't send us a bill, I promise.
I'll probably jump in.
You jump in there? You just take that 20-foot fall like it ain't shit, sir? All right, no more Spider-Man movies for old Peter Parker over here. All right, let's say your knees and ankles do survive the fall. What's your next plan?
I don't know that.
Oh, fuck, I didn't think this far ahead. Is there a ladder? Is there a ladder? My bad, gorilla. You can have the stupid... I'm the stupid one, you're right. Let the kid go. What about you, sir? What's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan? Pleasure to meet you, Jonathan. You got any kids? No?
No.
See, Tim's a man. He leaves it in, Jonathan. That's what you got to do. Real man leaves that shit in and lets nature take its course, Jonathan. No, you know, I bet you got so many unscratched DVDs at your house. That's got to be amazing. What's your name, sir? Frank. Pleasure to meet you, Frank. How many kids you got?
3.
3. More man than you, Jonathan, right there. Yeah. After the show, get their numbers. Let them give you lessons. They might even come over, leave it in for you, Jonathan. I don't know. This is Vegas. You don't know how they party. Relax. You judgmental asshole. They're trying to... They may party like that, and y'all just fucked it up with your judgment. I don't know. Jeez. All right, Frank, let's say you're at the zoo and one of your 3 little precious babies falls in the gorilla pit. What do you do?
Pull out my 45 and shoot.
Pull out your 45 and shoot the gorilla? All right, not only is everybody in here terrified of the Joker now, ever dance with a hillbilly in the pale moonlight? You done fucked up, gorilla. Dad is packing. I've been waiting for this moment. Right before we left the house, I was like, baby, put that dummy in something yellow. I got a plan today. We can get us a gorilla for that wall. Watch what's gonna happen. Hey, Timmy, you want some cotton candy? Get in there, boy. What the fuck are you doing going to the zoo with a gun, man?
You ever seen the gorillas?
You ever seen what I'm going home with drunk? Oh man, almost every time I bring this up, there's always one person that yells out. Well, I have 4 kids. They like to turn that shit around on me, you know what I mean? They're like, what would you do if one of your 4 kids fell in the gorilla pit? And I'm like, well, I'd ask which one. Right? Because if it was the asshole kid, he just became a lesson to the other 3. Man, he saved me. Remember when you wiped your ass on them hand towels in the bathroom? Why don't you tell Mr. Gorilla what you did, because he's your daddy now. He ain't playing that shit either. All right, guys, I've been your host, Bobby Wayne Stotts. You ready for your head?